Today I'm here in British people's favourite city. I'll be here to try out some of the activities, see the sights, and of course enjoy the food, as I'm here in York to see what makes this Britain's ultimate city. I actually used to go to university in this city for 19 days, then I dropped out. It is sort of the same as a degree, that, isn't it? I don't know why Barclays don't take that as a degree. Did freshers. Most important bit, isn't it? Surely. Apparently not. So yes, I survived here for 19 days whilst I was at uni. Let's see if I can survive one more. We're going to head straight towards the river because we're going to head on a boat. What makes this such a popular city? The best city in the UK according to British people? That's what we're here to find out. My advice is always, whenever you come to a town or city with a good river on it, always get on a boat. It just adds an extra element of danger. You know, you come to these towns and cities, they're too safe these days. Have the option of drowning. Yes, here they are. Get on one of these. Thank you very much. Ow. And we are driving. God knows if you can hear me. It's louder than I expected it to be, but this is a proper piece of machinery, and I'm driving it. They put a life jacket on me. If this boat goes down, a good captain goes down with his ship, which is what I will very much be doing. Do you need a life jacket then? Do you? And they went, yes, you do. It's health and safety. I went, what health and safety? It's international waters. Health and safety doesn't exist. Apparently, I've got 4 bridges to go through. Who on earth has put me in charge of a boat? I've got no idea. This should not be legal. £35. I'm going back here every day now. We've gone past one bridge. We've got 3 more to go. And then we can turn round and drive more the other way. I am the captain. Get the badge in. Get the badge in. Captain of this vessel. The guy said to me, can you swim? I went, well, I can, but I'm hoping I won't need to. It's been about 2 decades since I got my Dolphin 10 or whatever it was. This is the most fun I've had in a very long time, I'll be honest. Ooh, we've got some people rowing. That's traffic. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you, I got a nod. She is probably training for the Olympics and I have probably disturbed her greatly. How many bridges have I got under? Is that 2 or 3? I can't remember. Oh no. I think that's 3. Does this mean this is the last one? I don't know. I'm like a child again. This is what happens. Put me behind the wheel of anything. It's something that comes out of me from, you know, our ancestors who were, oh, nearly hit a bird. RSPCA would have been after me then. I'd have had my boat licence taken off me. I need to buy one of these. This is great fun. I have no idea how many bridges I've been through. I think I've been through 3. So I think I'm going to go through this bridge and turn round. So this is my situation right now. I think this is the final bridge I'm allowed to go through. They've kept going. Maybe I've miscounted then. Do you know what? I'm going to turn round here. This video have quite a bit way to go still. Woo! Yes! I think I've maybe turned round too early. Oh, yes, that feels good. Oh, I've spun the vessel round. I'm going to really have confused them because I think I've turned back early. Unless I have turned round at the right time and they're just off to their immediate death, I don't know. I could sail off with this. There's nothing stopping me. Oh, there's another bird that wants to be smashed. Get on the water. Get out on the water. Come to York to get on the water. The north. You wouldn't get this down south. You wouldn't get it. This boat would be an Uber or something, do you know what I mean? It's a shocking place down south, I've got to tell you. I'm going to get a bit more casual with it now, actually. Oh no, I probably shouldn't. Hang on. There we go. Get the tourist boat in. The tourists love it. Why let someone else drive you when you can drive yourself? Hello! Hello! Hello, thank you, thank you. Back under a bridge. I need one of these. I need one of these in my life. And I will sail. I will sail around the world in it. Woman with the dog walker, good morning. Hello, thank you, hello. Take a picture if you want, take a picture. No, it's a selfie. It's a selfie. Yeah, it's a selfie. Of course, you're taking a picture of me. I thought I had it in then. Got a little bit too close to the bridge there. An ice cream van, another one of those things that makes Britain great. A bloke in a van selling stuff to kids. What could possibly go wrong? I can see why this place is British people's favourite city. You've got a river, you've got boats, you've got ice cream vans, pubs, ruins. There's a big branch in the water. Wow, that is a big one. Jesus. Surprising really how green York is. We're in the city centre here and look, it's like a little village. Look at all the greenery. You would not think you're in a city right now. And there is the city behind us. And there is just like greenery everywhere. There's a kid in a river. Well, he was just in the river. Oh, he's caught something. Hello. Did you catch something? I think it jumped out. Oh no, it's there! He's caught something! Well in. People fishing! Fishing! Top 5 life moments, this. Unless I crash. Okay, I do need to turn around now. I should have looked over my shoulder before I did that. It's fine, it's quiet out. How beautiful is this? Don't get me wrong, I've got absolutely no idea how I'm going to bring this into land. Life does not get better than this. The final bridge, and then I'm bringing it back in. I don't know how I'm going to quite do it. I'm probably going in a bit too quick. A bit more. Is that okay? Good, I think, up until then. Nearly crashed. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Cheers, have a good one. I'm sweating a bit. I'm sweating a lot. But that was fantastic. What an experience. Loved it. Okay, we are now going to head down here to a little cafe called Sophie. We're going to have a nice little cafe lunch, I think. We'll do a pub tea, get a little bite to eat, and then we'll continue looking around. And look at this for a little cafe spot here. That's the cafe. Outside eating. View of the river. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, I've just finished up inside Sophie, and I've got to say, that was a fantastic lunch. Very much enjoyed it. I had some granola. I had some cheese and ham panini with pesto, which I had to eat with my hands, but we got through it, it's fine. And I had a lemon drizzle and a nice mocha. It was beautiful, lovely setting, nicely decorated. There was a tower at the top. Never heard of that place, just stumbled across it because it's next to the boats. And it was lovely. It was really nice. I'd recommend. Now we're going to head towards the centre of York. I'm going to show you around a few of the other places. There's some nice places here. We're going to get deep into some history. So through here you have Clifford's Tower, I believe it's called. Beautiful architecture. I think it used to be a prison and it was involved with the Royal Mint or something like that. I went up there at the end of a night out. It was the first night out I'd done while I was at uni. It's like literally the first freshers night out. And it must be about 4 in the morning. And we just went right up. It's a really, really steep mound, as you might be able to tell. Went right to the top of it. Just stargazing, looking up at the stars. That was about the only memory I've got from uni, actually, that. But it was nice. It was good times. To be honest, from the pictures I've seen, it does just look like what you'd expect like an old prison to look like. I don't think there's too much need to go in there. What we are going to go into is something over here. I've got no idea which one it is, actually. Look, if it's not interesting, I won't put it in. Do you know what I mean? That's how it kind of works. With all that said, let's head into a museum. Okay, we are inside the York Castle Museum. £17. Quite expensive. But the pictures do look good. I've never been in here before. It seems like you go through some like old Victorian streets. I think it could be all right. It better be for 17 quid. This is actually really weird. You can actually properly walk down these little side streets, peer in. This is pretty cool, I've got to say. You really do feel immersed in this. Aside from the CCTV cameras, I'm not sure that's from the 18th century. Is it weird that this makes me want to be in this time? The good old days when you'd die of a cold. This is pretty good, this. You got your butchers, your bakers, your candlestick makers. Not a Starbucks in sight. How it should be. I am sort of reminiscing for this time a little bit, in a weird way. Look at the architecture, the beautiful buildings. Dressed like a Victorian. I don't think the men used to wear these. You come into a pharmacy, you get your drugs, your pills. I mean, none of this really worked, did it? But they were giving you all sorts of stuff. Here's the eye of a toad, the foot of a lobster. Give it a go. That'll cure your cold, will it? What a time to be alive. I mean, you did die at 36, but what a time to be alive. Whew. I'm in the right place for a cold. Proper exhibition is that. Torture exhibition. That's what it was like now back in the day. You'd go on a Saturday, there wouldn't be football matches, there wouldn't be Premier League games, it'd be, right lads, let's go look at the, let's go see who's been executed this weekend. It was a gathering, it was a beautiful ceremonial moment as that person's head came off. The good old days. Even crimes back then were better, weren't they? In the old days, you'd get arrested for dishonouring your grandparent or something. I mean, those were the days. Those were the days where crimes were kind of fun. You stole a cabbage or something. Enter at your own risk. This is a trench. I'm going to try enter it. I think it... Jesus. Ow. God, this is quite low. Ow. Oof. Yeah, it's pretty low. Well, I've just come out of the museum and I've got to say, that was pretty good, that. I mean, I had question marks about £17, but actually, that's well worth it. You could spend hours in there, you really could. All through history, 17th, 18th century, right the way through to modern day, the 60s and all that kind of thing. The war, that covered a lot and was actually pretty good. I love the all sort of like the immersive streets you could walk down. I loved all that, it was brilliant. I'm not even massively into history, but I tell you what, that was pretty good. Right, I think now we're gonna head towards the Shambles, where there's loads of like market stalls and stuff, and similar style buildings, the ones we just saw actually in that museum. We'll have a look around the Shambles, maybe we'll buy a couple of things, I don't know. Wow, these are a lot busier than I expected them to be. The Shambles, one of the like main attractions. I guess you sort of walk down the streets, look at some of the old shops and the nice old buildings. There's like Harry Potter stuff in some of them, clothes, Christmas stuff, ice cream. It's got to be done. Okay, finally out of the Shambles, and it was just that. To be honest, the queue situation was a shambles, but I've got my ice cream. It's slowly melting. I need to find somewhere to sit down. Might head towards York Minster, try to find somewhere around there. Just finishing off my ice cream in front of York Minster and the Queen. I believe that's the Queen in her prime. £4.50 2 scoops. It's on the upper end, isn't it, that? I'll just eat my ice cream and then we'll move on. Right, just absolutely smashed an ice cream. But look at York Minster, isn't it lovely? They're doing work on it. They've been doing work on it seemingly forever at this point. But it is just a beautiful building. Lovely building, well done, cracking building. A lot of old stuff knocking around. All of it's quite good as well. Shout out to the old stuff. Okay, this is what I want, little marketplace. Let's go through the market, see if we can find something to buy. Don't really fit. It's a Prime hat. Is this official merchandise? I don't think so. Look, there was some decent stuff in that market, one or two decent things anyway, some lovely art on, you know, bucket hats, but not enough to make me part with my hard-earned cash. There was some nice art there, don't get me wrong, but then there was also like some AI-generated art that's been stuck on a pillowcase, which might possibly be the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go head to hotel now. I need to go check in back through the crazy, crazy shambles. Right, so apparently my hotel room should be down here somewhere. This feels like it was maybe an old people's home and it's now been converted into a hotel. I don't know. There we go. Got there eventually. This'll do. This is all right. We're on the ground floor. I don't like being on the ground floor. It just feels a bit weird. It's nice. I like that. Bit of colour. Lovely. Bit of greenery. You don't really feel like you're in the city centre. It is kind of oddly quiet. Well, I've got to say, for £132, 4-star hotel in the city centre, it's probably what you expect to pay. I mean, it's nothing massively fancy. You got a fridge. Well, a fridge on a table. That's a bit weird, isn't it? In here we have got ginger dunker. Don't like ginger biscuits, but I will eat them anyway. Nice big bed. You get some milk, you get some water in a box, That is also a bit odd, but anyway. Table in the corner, that's strange. This was one of the cheaper places available of a relatively good standard for the night that I'm here. I've got to say, the bathroom is pretty spacious. You have a bath and a shower, nothing too fancy on the old shower head there. But it's spacious, you can go for a bath, it's nice and clean, it's shiny, I can see my face in it. Okay, that's a bit tatty, the mirror, but we're fine, we'll deal with it. It's just a mirror. You just need to be able to see in it, it's not a big deal. Yeah, you take that. Spacious, plenty of toilet rolls, they know me well. Oh, that's not bad actually. That's actually got a little bit of velvetiness to it. Well done. We'd love you to enjoy our White Company toiletries when you're staying with us. If you would like to take any bottle home, £15 each. For this, 15 quid. What does it say? Jasmine Rose and Neroli hand wash. Savon liquid. Savon liquid, eh? Just a soap. You're just a soap. You smell like a soap. Door closes by itself. That's a bit annoying, but anyway, I'll get over it. Overall, this is a pretty good room. £132. Like I say, on the cheaper side of the sort of 4-star-ish style hotels. There's probably better ones available, but they're like 150, 200 quid. Not paying that. Right, okay, let's leave the hotel. Now I've recharged. Slight issue that a lot of the tourist things and things to do close fairly early here. When I say fairly early, I mean 4. And it's past 4. But there are a few things you can still do. You can't do York Dungeons, which is quite a popular thing to do here, where people jump out and scare you and stuff. It's tough to film anyway, so I wasn't planning on going there. We are going to now try and go for a little walk around the ruins, if we can. And I'll show you what that's like, for those of you who've never seen it before, because they're quite nice. And then I'll probably pop to a pub for some tea afterwards. And here are the walls which wrap around York. We have a little walk around them. I didn't know if you had to pay, I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but I think you're actually just able to walk this part of the wall, or at least some of it anyway. Perhaps there are other parts you have to pay, I'm not quite sure. This is proper history, isn't it? It's not like when I went to Lisbon and they'd rebuilt a castle out of Lego or whatever. It just all looked brand new. Okay, probably this has probably been a bit renovated, I get it. But there still feels like some history to it. It's not perfect, but look at it. Bit of oldness, bit of history. Have a little walk round, but still see the beautiful city. You got the Minster there, poking out through. Look at that, it's like a postcard, is that? Lovely, no one sends postcards anymore. He's working the post box. Keep working it. Lovely, well done. That will look fantastic on Instagram, I'm sure. But notice something. There is not an M&M's world in sight. You will not find that here. It's proper tourism, proper culture, proper history. None of this old 30 quid to see some waxworks or whatever. I mean, even take the boat tour, for example. 35 quid for an hour, I keep saying it. Went to Cambridge punting with Toby, I don't know if you remember. I think that was like 60, 70, 80 quid. We didn't even drive the thing. Self-drive, I think, might have even been more than that. I got to be able to drive a boat. I was at the front of it, a steering wheel for 35 quid. God knows where this has taken us, by the way. I've sort of gone out of the city here, probably end up in Huddersfield at this rate. But it is lovely, it's a lovely little walk. Got little meadows here as well, or the council have just not cut it. It's not really a meadow. New build, apartments, fantastic. We don't have enough of them. Lovely view of a tree. I am just trying to get my steps in to just burn off lunch so I can then tell myself that it's time for tea. Look at it. What a sight. And also imagine you living there as well. You've got the city walls in your back garden. This is what city's all about, isn't it? It's about getting ripped off at Man and Two Swords. I mean, if you think about it, it is kind of mad that these walls were built ages and ages and ages ago to protect the people of York from invaders, the Scots and all that kind of thing. So they went, you know what, we're going to build a wall around the city. What? You have to be mad. Really? They've gone to all this effort. It is quite long. We won't be doing the whole city wall, don't get me wrong, but it's a right faff. It's a big project, that. Looks great, I'm glad they did it. It looks fantastic, great for a walk. It is just kind of crazy that that's what they resulted to encircling the entire city with a wall. And then having these like gates that you can pass through to control enemies coming in and out. It gives you fewer sort of lines of attack for the enemy. And now in 2025, we're just walking on them for a day out. These were being defended back in the day. Bow and arrows, swords, cannons. I'm just making stuff up and I've got no idea what they were using. Could have been using BB guns, I've got no idea. But these were like properly being manned and defended. Now we're just putting along them. Right, I've waffled enough now, haven't I? Tell you, now I'm going to have something incredibly British, and that is some British pub food. There's nothing that British people love more than mediocre food served in a dimly lit, low-roofed, wooden, stone pub where perhaps a family of 4 died in the 17th century. There's nothing we love more than that in an establishment. So that's why we're heading to the 3 Tons. Let's have some British pub food. Let's see what this is going to be like. Because that's the key to a good city, surely. It's got to have good pubs. In we go, Lizzie's. Right, just finished up in the 3 Tons. I tell you what, I joked about it, you know, about pub food being mediocre. That was anything but. I had a lovely braised steak, homemade thing with mash and veg, classic pub food, very nice. And I had a nice pint of water. Still a pint, no one specified anything else, it's a pint. Got talking to Americans, you know, that was a thing. So yeah, had a pretty nice tea there, classic pub tea, the most British thing you can do. There's not a huge amount of things you can do here in York on an evening, aside from a ghost tour, which I've already done last time I was here. So I'm not gonna do that. I guess I just enjoy the sunset, I don't know. What else can you do? Okay, I just popped to Tesco's. I was gonna get an apple tizer, they didn't sell them. So I went with a Copperberg non-alcoholic strawberry and lime, non-alcoholic. And just as I was about to walk into Tesco's, literally right next to the entrance, a man got his genitals out and took a big fat piss next to the door. That's culture right there here in York. And we are along the same river, similar kind of place as to where we were this morning with the boats. As the sun sets here, oh beautiful, the ducks swimming around. And the boats that we were, or the boat that we were on, are just being moved at the moment, all of them at the same time. How the hell does that even work? With rope or magic, I don't know. Rope or magic, one of the two. That is an impressive sight. Anyway, like I say, there's not too much you can do really on an evening here in York, aside from go to a bar and just have loads of drinks, which I don't really want to do. It's a Monday, and I'm by myself. It's just pointless erosion of the liver. So, just gonna head to a park, try and find a bench, have one non-alcoholic drink and just enjoy the scenery, the sun, and perhaps more people pissing in public. The last bench, the only bench that's in the sun. Anyway, I'll stay here for a little bit, top up my tan and watch the world go by. Right, if we're back to the hotel, it was starting to get a little bit windy, a little bit chilly, the sun was going in, it's going to start raining I think in the next hour or so. So I'm back in the hotel room. And I'm going to retire for the evening with my 2-litre bottle of water. Sadly, there's not a huge amount of activities to do in the evening, which is probably the only drawback. I mean, there's nightlife, like, on the nightlife nights, and probably when the students are here and stuff. But on a Monday in summer, sit outside a pub and have a drink while the sun sets. Which, look, isn't really my scene. I don't really do that solo. Anyway, we've got a nice breakfast tomorrow morning, I believe, so I'll catch up with you then. Good night. Good morning. I've had breakfast, had a little avocado and bagel thing. I'm not a big fan of bagel. I'm not big into bagels. It was hard bread. I don't know. I want soft bread. That's what bread's all about, isn't it? Surely. Anyway, avocado on a bagel with some poached egg or some nonsense. A little bit of yogurt, pineapple, pain au chocolat, which was actually quite nice to be fair, and some water. It was a little bit awkward at breakfast though, because I got my food and just as they were about to put the plate down, the woman next to me goes, excuse me, she's like trying to butt in. Then I get served and she goes, excuse me, this gentleman here ordered after me and I've still not received my food. Like that, so, oh, a bit of tension. She's literally metre away. Oh, a bit of tension. That's what I like at breakfast, tension. And the waitress then goes, no you didn't.
No, you didn't. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know who ordered first. I don't know. I feel like she did probably order before me. And it was like a 15-20 minute wait, to be fair. It was like you were ordering a proper meal. It was freshly cooked and all that kind of thing. So it was a little bit of a wait, but you did also have other food you could eat. You could have had the toast, you could have had the pastries, you could have had the cereals, you could have had the fruit salad, you could have had the drinks, you know, that kind of thing. So it wasn't like there was nothing else to eat. Anyway, a couple of minutes later, she storms off. She just goes. Just goes. And she was not happy that I got my food first. But look, sucks to be you.
So yeah, look, is this Britain's ultimate city? As you might be able to tell, I like this place. I think it's lovely, picturesque. It's small enough that you can walk around it, but it's also got stuff here as well. If you want to go shopping here, you can go shopping here. Equally, it's got history. You can walk around. You can do picturesque things like get on one of the boats down here. That is what I look for in a city. It's got everything that the ultimate British city needs. Your history, your walks, your nature, a pub. There's a bloke feeding the ducks there. It's a Tuesday. Who feeds the ducks? It's like it's the 1800s. There's a bloke feeding ducks. I like that. It's old school, it's traditional. You can tell he does it every morning. God knows why he's giving them bread, you're not supposed to, but anyway, that's a different thing. I like this place. I love going on the boats, you might have been able to tell. What is that? Oh, nearly hit a bird! And I can absolutely see why British people have voted this as their favourite city. Jesus, bloody birds. It's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. You know, it's become trendy to sort of slag the country off nowadays on social media, but when you find a city that's doing it right, you've got to say, this is it. This is the peak, the ultimate, the one. Pretty good, this. It's pretty good. Ducks and everything. Come on then.